Yo boys, what is going on and welcome back to the channel once again today where we are going to be playing with the newest and the best version of Pekka Bridgestone boys. And if you don't know about this deck, get to know, and if you're a Pekka Bridgestone player then you definitely need to know because this deck is insane. We have the Evo Arch in here, we have the Evo Bomber in here, we got some really good cards and we're going to be coming in today boys and we're going to be asserting some dominance, getting some wins, hopefully nice and easily. And yeah boys, so this deck obviously as I said has them two Evos. Now we also obviously have the Zap in here. Now this is, of course, you know, this is the newest evolution, so I can't even use it. Yeah, you can sub out like the archers, and if you're going to do that and put in the Zap instead of the archers, I would advise to put in the Little Prince instead of the archers. I just think that makes the deck slightly better, and you know, of course, that's the main goal whenever you're playing with these. Make the deck as best you can. Now, I am playing this in a challenge today simply because I don't have a lot of these evolutions that are required, and you know, I want to show you boys the best version of the deck. So we're going to go for a Zap here and just hopefully take this tower right now, real easy. You know, the joys of playing against the Cannoneer. As annoying as the Cannoneer is sometimes it's great to play against. It just depends. It's very matchup dependent. But there's both his towers gone so simply. You know, we've pretty much already won this game a little too easily. I feel like it's kind of anticlimactic how easily we won this, boys. I think we have a rage quit on our hands already for game number 1. So without further ado, boys, let's hop straight into game number 2. And yes, guys, we are back for game number 2 after a nice and destructive first win. We'll go for archers here in the center, which will hopefully attack both sides, and we'll take no damage. Works out a treat, boys, and we managed to protect ourselves from that in the early game. So I'm assuming that we're going to be up against a really sweaty deck here. So we're about to show how good this deck is against what is currently like a meta deck. And I'm assuming, I'm guessing he's not just going to be playing some random wall breaker deck. So we're going to have hopefully a nice game in our hands here to show off for game number 2, especially after we got that rage quit for game number 1. As much as it is nice, you know, I don't like having rage quits in videos because it just kind of makes for bad content, I guess. But our bandit does some work there. We have some nice pushes coming up here up this right side, and I'm going to back this all up. I'm going to actually go for a battle ram on the left, apply that Julian pressure that we all know Pekka Bridgestone is famous for, and I cannot defend those, which is a little bit unfortunate. But my barbs are going to survive, and they should hopefully make their way to that left tower, and then we'll go for a Royal Ghost up the right side here. We're going to actually put ourselves at a bit of a disadvantage right now, and we're going to fall behind on the game. But that's okay. We'll go for the arrows here, take out that Little Prince, and then Ghost will get a good little bit of damage done. And then if we want, we'll actually just go for archers. Going for archers is probably the best bet. You know, just to get around that Evo a little bit quicker. As I preach every video, boys, getting to your Evos is how you win games. And so whenever you're in a situation like that where I was debating between the archers or the bandit, going for the archers 9 times out of 10 will be the better option, just to get around to that a little bit quicker. Now, we can go for Evo Bomber here and fully counter this. We'll take a little bit of damage, obviously, because of my slow reaction times. But, nonetheless, it's okay. Now, we're going to actually just go all out in the right here, since he's decided he wants to go for a poison on top of my or on top of my bomber. And we can hopefully, yeah, we'll get some nice damage off on that right tower. And now we'll just go all out on the left, I think. Well, not all out. That's such an over-exaggeration. We'll go for a Ghost, which I guess is, you know, the Ghost just... He's the MVP, so it pretty much is all out. Now, let's split our archer in the back. I was going to go Pekka, but I'm afraid if I go Pekka, he'll just go for something obnoxious up the other lane. And I don't want to deal with that. So, let's go for our battle ram here nice and early. He's going to go in for a poison once again. We're going to go for the arrows here, just get that little bit of damage off on the Little Prince. And then we will go for our archers again here at the bridge. And then what we can do is possibly go for our Evo Bomber down low here. And that should take out the Little Prince. And then we will just go in with the Pekka in front. He's going to poison up the right side, which is quite nice for us because, you know, he has all his damage right now on the left. So it works out well for us. Let's go for the Ghost here in the center. He's going to go for the really bad defensive. Like, I understand the thought process, but he places it right on top of the troop. So let's go for the arrows here, which will take out the Evo. Hopefully we can take the Little Prince, and that is going to be it for game number 2, boys. Let's capture in the game number 3. And yes, guys, we are back for the third and final game against Mr. Armin, who is going to be rocking the Cannoneer. Now, after 2 pretty dominant wins so far, boys, we can hopefully get a third one this game. You know, we're playing against some meta decks here as well, so we're really putting this deck to the test and seeing what it's like. You know, nowadays, obviously, a lot of people running these kind of Goblin Drill, Wall Breaker, Miner decks. Just annoying to play against decks, for lack of a better way of putting it. But, you know, we're proving that these decks are still quite dominant against them, even to this, like... So that, I think that just shows the fact that Pekka Bridgestone is well and truly back, that you can win against these kind of meta decks that are taking over the game right now. Because we all know how insane Goblin Drill is at the minute, for literally no reason. But it is, and, you know, that's the game, boys. So we get a nice zap off there, we'll get us a good bit of damage off with the Ghost. We'll go for the Bomber here, and that should take out the Fire Spirit as well. Works out really, really nicely in our favour. And then we can, if he's going to poison us, I'm going to go for Bandit plus Battle Ram. And I'm going to do it anyway, because let's see what he decides to do about it. And then we can go for, we're actually just going to let that all die. I probably should have backed up my Evo a little bit better, but I didn't. Surprised he didn't take King to activation. That would have been a real easy King to activation for him. But he didn't, you know, and I won't put ideas in his head, because our brain's bigger than his, boys, and that's why we're going to win the game. I will just arrow this real early if it comes to it, because I don't want to take damage with this. Yeah, I don't want to start messing around with that. We'll just go for that. We'll go for the Bomber here, which will clean up really nicely, and then we'll just go for the Bandit. And we'll get, hopefully, finally get some kind of damage up this right side. I'm going to miss half my zap, because that's just what I do over here, boys. You know, that's just the skill differential at show. But we'll go for the Battle Ram up the right side. Hopefully, he won't have his Bomb Tower, which he will. You know, of course he's going to have the Bomb Tower. And with his Cannoneer, he'll clean up no problem at all. Okay, so let's split our archers here and see what we can do. I want to go for a Bomber, like, offensively, but we just need to save the Bomber for the Goblin Drill. As boring as it is, as long as we have the Bomber, there's nothing he can really do about. Nothing he can really do against us with the Drill. So it's quite nice to have. So we just go for it, boys, and he kind of misplays his Bomb Tower. So what we can do is start building up an attack here, and we can go in for a Battle Ram really, really aggressively. So we're going to go for the arrows, we'll go for this, and then we're going to have to go for the Ghost here, because I'm not riding my Bomber yet. But Ghost will do the same kind of splash damage, hopefully get the same effect off. We'll go for our Zap here. Hopefully we should take out this tower relatively quickly. We're going to go for our arrows here, take that out. No, that's so unfortunate. If only we could have got all them skeletons, this would have been some really nice damage for us. He's going to go in for his fun card again, that's super balanced, and then we're just going to keep going with the Battle Ram. It's just kind of a left-v-right battle right now, and he just keeps getting around to his Bomb Tower a little too quick for us to deal with, but we should take it out here. And I'm going to start prepping just by going for a Pekka in the back. You know, if we can go for Pekkas in the back here, we can hopefully take out his right tower with a little bit of aggression, because there's not a whole lot he can really do about it. So let's go for that. We have our Evo down. And then we have our Evo Archers in hand. So what I can do here is go for an early Ghost, and then I might honestly start attacking both lanes. If I could go, I don't know if that works or not. I'm going to go for the Archers here. I don't know if Archers have that kind of range in them, and they don't. But what I do have is arrows that will have that kind of range in them. I have a Zap as well. We're not going to need the Zap. We're going to get on tower, boys. We're going to go for the Zap just to make sure we can do a little bit more damage. We're kind of struggling here. We just can't seem to break through against this guy, which is a little bit irritating, and he is just cycling his annoying cards. But that's, you know, that's the game. And so we're gonna go for the arrows here preemptively. Don't manage to get that connection, but he does waste his Evo skeleton, so I will take that all day, every day. I'm gonna have to go for Pekka here on defense, kind of annoyingly, but you know, it is what it is. We'll go for our oh no, I need to get the archers down really, really quickly. I cannot be taking damage to that. We'll go for that Bandit here, and I feel like we're going to end up losing this game, boys. I just don't think something we can do. I know it was a bit of an annoying game for us to play, boys, but you know, it is what it is. So that will be it for game number 3. And yes, guys, this is the deck that we did run for today's video, and as you've seen, this deck is so powerful. We did lose our 3rd game, but I'm not going to be mad about it, because that was against a super meta deck at the minute, and it was just really irritating for us to play against. But we feel like we put up a good fight, a few better plays on my behalf, and we probably could have won that. But you know, it is what it is. We couldn't make the plays during the game, but that's fine. We still got 2 really, really nice wins, boys. And if you are new here, do be sure to hit that like and hit that subscribe button, and join me tomorrow for a brand new video, boys. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.